All right, let's jump right in. If you're learning Portuguese, you have absolutely run into this wall, demonstrative pronouns. You see two different words for that in the same sentence, and you're just thinking, wait, what's happening here? Well, today we're going to crack that code.
So, get a load of this sentence. In English, it's pretty straightforward. That will cause that. But in Portuguese, we have isso vai provocar aquilo. That's two totally different words for that, right next to each other. Now, you might think that's a mistake, but no, it's actually a clue to a much deeper and honestly a way more elegant system.
So that's the big question, right? Why the switch from isso to aquilo? What's the invisible rule that's going on here? It's a super common sticking point for learners, but I promise, once you see the logic, you will never look at these words the same way again. And the answer is actually incredibly simple. And here it is. The master key to this whole puzzle is just one concept: distance. And I don't just mean physical distance, like how far away a chair is. I'm talking about distance in a conversation, distance between ideas, and even distance in time. Once you get this one rule, everything else just clicks into place. So here's how it breaks down. Portuguese basically organizes the world into 3 zones based on how close things are to the speaker. You've got step 1, things that are near, using words like isto or este. Then you have step 2, the middle ground, for stuff that's maybe near the person you're talking to or something you just mentioned. That's isso or esse. And finally, step 3 is for everything that's far from everyone. And for that, you use aquilo or aquele. Let's see how this little map solves our big puzzle.
Okay, let's go back to that original sentence. Now we have the distance key, so we can finally unlock exactly why it uses isso and aquilo so specifically.
Okay, so here's the breakdown. The first, that isso, is pointing to the idea that was just mentioned, the act of having fear. It's right there in the sentence, so it's conceptually close, putting it in that middle distance. But the second, that, aquilo, that one refers to the thing you're actually afraid of. And since that thing is totally undefined, it's abstract, it's conceptually far away. See? One idea is conversationally close, the other is conceptually distant. So you can really think of it like a conversational GPS. Isto is for things right here with me, like something I'm holding, or even a feeling I'm having inside me right now. Isso is for something that's over by you, or an idea we literally just talked about. And aquilo is for something way over there, far from both of us, or for a big, abstract concept. It's a super precise system for locating things in your world and in your discussion. But hang on, because this is where it gets really cool. This exact same logic of distance, near, middle, and far, it doesn't just work for space and ideas, it applies perfectly to time as well. Just look at this timeline. The present moment, the time you're in right now, that's considered near, so you'll use este or esta. A time you just mentioned, or the pretty recent past, that's the middle zone, so you'll use esse or essa. And a time from long ago, the distant past, well, that's far, so you grab aquele or aquera. Let's see it in action. So for the present, you'd say esta semana. And why? Because it's the week we are in right this second. It's the closest possible time reference you can have. It's happening now. Simple as that. Okay, now for the recent past. Imagine you say, I went to Lisbon in 2024. Then you want to talk about that year. You'd say, esse ano. You use esse because the year 2024 is now close in the conversation. You just brought it up. It now exists in that middle distance. And for the distant past, that's where aquele comes in. I was happy in 1990. Aquele tempo. You can just feel the nostalgia in that phrase, right? That sense of something far away, way back then. It's not just a year, it's a distant memory, and the pronoun reflects that distance perfectly. All right, we've covered a lot of ground here, from physical space to abstract ideas and all the way through time. So let's pull it all together into a quick reference guide to really make it stick. This table just lays out the time rules so clearly. Este for the present, what's happening now. Esse for the recent past or a time you just brought into the conversation. And aquele for the distant past, for way back when. It's just a clean, logical system, and it's all based on distance from right now. And hey, if you need a really sticky way to remember this, here you go. If you're talking about your current relationship and you use aquele or aquela, well, you're pretty much telling everyone they belong in the distant past. So yeah, maybe stick with este or esta for the here and now. It's a funny, but trust me, very effective way to remember the rule. So if you take one thing away today, let it be this. It all comes down to that single powerful idea: distance. Whether you're pointing to a book, talking about a plan, or reminiscing about the good old days, your choice of pronoun is simply mapping its location relative to you. It's not random at all. It's a precise map.
So there you have it. You've got the key. The system of near, middle, and far. What once looked like a confusing puzzle is now a clear and elegant map. So the only real question left is, where are you going to use this new secret first?